It's nice. Is your goal to take first place next year, or
Honestly, no. My goal is to have fun. I was really nervous.
that's a great attitude to have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was really nervous the last time, so I'm not saying like I. It was really cool, like the event and all those things, but the competition it was really hard, like for me. I'm not used to compete, like like I think it's easier for Americans because you guys are always competing at school, and like you have more this culture. I don't, so it was very hard to compete so it properly.
Hmm.
So the idea is to place your hand like during the side games. You have like two things, like you have.
Sounds like you can maybe become the pioneer, not in Brazil, not just only in Brazil, but within the Portuguese speaking
Yeah.
nations. So that's really cool. I hope that you successfully become like a successful teacher, and I think you definitely have the potential for it. So recording. So let me just introduce yourself real quick. So okay, so I am here today with a Psi Game participant and Telekinetic, Miss Carol Bassi. Am I saying your
Yeah.
last name correctly? Bassi,
Yes, perfect.
yeah, all the way from Brazil today, and yeah, she was a participant at the Psi Games. So I would like to hear her story and how her spiritual journey began and how she got involved with telekinesis and all this kind of stuff. So okay, so Carol, could you introduce yourself a little bit to the audience and how you got your spiritual journey started and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, sure, sure. So Ken, first, nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to be here. I said already, I'm learning a lot with all your interviews and podcasts. It's like there's a lot of things that I didn't know, and while I'm watching or seeing your interviews, I'm just write down names and all the schools, and then I go and check this out and search for it. So I'm learning a lot. Thank you very much for all your work and hard work on that. It's very helpful for all of us. Thank you. So
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. I appreciate it. I didn't. I hope I'm providing value to people. So that means the world to me.
definitely, definitely you are. I'm learning a lot, blowing my mind with all the things like, oh, I'm missing that. I need to check this. I need to do what learning a lot. Thank you very much.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
so how did your journey begin?
yeah, my journey exactly with like Mindsight and telekinesis, it started in 2023. I watched the Superhuman documentary, and I know a lot of people who started with it. So, and I watched it and I saw like I want to do all of the things, like just blew my mind that we all could do all those things. And then I started to research for someone who could help me out with it. I found Raymond. Raymond is a teacher from Midbrain. He's from New Zealand. He's not from New Zealand, but he lives in New Zealand. So I started to practice with him in 2023. And then in 2024, like almost a year after, I went to Canada in the View Without Eyes training with Rob Freeman and Wendy. And there I met Dalia in this workshop, like for Mindsight. She was there as well. And then all this journey actually starts to get like a lot of movement. So I learned Mindsight there. When I came back from Canada, I we received from Rob and Wendy a gift, which was a book, a very good book. I'm gonna get this book here for you. So I love this book. Is this book here? I recommend a lot. Seeing Without Eyes is Possible. It's from Intuito and Institute, and is incredible. There is a lot of information here, how all those things started, history things, and how you can practice and things like that. So I started also to practice with Intuito, like people from Intuito. I did like 10 sessions with them. Then I decided that I want to teach those things. So I did the coach training that Intuito has. It was very cool. Like, so in this training, you are able to learn how to teach people Mindsight, remote view, and how to amplify your intuition and things like that. And yeah, basically it was this one. So after, like, I did this training in June 2025, this coach training, and then Rob invited me to take place in the View Without Eyes teams. And yeah, it's been like a roller coaster since that. A lot of things going. So we went to the Psi Games. Yeah, that's it.
Very, very cool. Okay, so how did you do as a competitor at the Psi Games? Did you place in you competed as a telekinesis,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, because when you are in a team, you need like to choose a category. If you compete as an individual, you can compete in many different areas. Sorry, I forgot to mention that I started my journey in telekinesis. Sorry about that. My journey in telekinesis also started this year, beginning of this year. And it was a very natural path with all this mindset, remote view. I just felt compelling to try telekinesis. And I started to practice with Lucero. She's from Argentina. And like we started with like foil and then paper and then big things like big pieces of paper. Have all this bunch of things there. Like I became the recycle girl because every material that I see, that will be good to practice some telekinesis, so I try it. So I don't throw anything away anymore. I just want to try with telekinesis if I can move like different materials and things like that. So in the Psi Games, I compete in the telekinesis category. As I said, like if you are in a team, you need to choose a category and stick with this one. So we had like 5 categories, and I was in the telekinesis one.
Very cool. Okay, okay. And did you place at the Psi Games telekinesis category?
Oh, sorry, what do you mean?
Place meaning like for instance, Ryan was first place, like Jeff took second place, or Jeff
Oh
won the
yeah, yeah.
Mindsight. Like, did you earn a rank at all?
Yeah, there in the competition there were two types. Yeah, there were teams, like where you compete with a team, and there was individuals. The individuals one is where Ryan and the others were, and then there was teams. There were two teams. So I won second place, not first place. So
Oh,
there.
so Ryan was number one, and you were number two.
No, Brian was individual. He was competing as individual. He was not competing as a team. Like as a team, like you have like two
Uh-huh,
teams there
uh-huh.
competing. And then you have all these individuals. So individuals were competing with individuals, people. So you have like, I think 4 or 5 people competing on their own in these individuals categories. And then you have the teams, like, so we have in each team you have like 5 people, one for each category. So I was in these teams. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So there were two teams, and I was second place with the team. Like I didn't won. Like there was first place, and I was second.
Gotcha. Okay, excellent. That's great to know. So, what exactly do you move with telekinesis? Do you mentioned that you have like foil and paper and things like that? Do you use a psi wheel? Like do you place it on a needle or like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
toothpick or something?
yeah. I don't. I don't want to make it here now because I will be nervous. But like different, see, like papers. And I put like, it's very natural, like things that you can see at home. See, you have like a cork and
Oh,
an
cool.
can you see it?
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I place like those over here. And also, what else? Like, see, paper, paper. And then I have this type of paper as well. Uh, those things like this. See,
Oh, very cool.
it's like a plastic, hard plastic. And yeah, anything that I find, I like to try. See, and
Oh, nice.
I have foil somewhere as well. But one interesting thing is there in the competition, see, like foil, and I have like glasses so I can turn over the things, like to cover the side wheel. So like you put like this glass, and I put like a mask as well, so I make sure
You're not blowing on it. Yeah.
it's not air going, and I like to cover with these glasses as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did
So
did you start out without the base? Did you start out with nothing
yeah,
covering?
with nothing, like I did like one, two, twice, like without. And of course, I was in doubt. That was me moving it. So instantly, I want to put like the glass and try with the glass to make sure for myself that, okay, it's not air, it's not. Although I know that there was no air coming, like you always, like these doubts always come into my mind, like, and so
Yeah.
I put the glass. And one funny thing about the Psi Games is that we compete with this. We didn't compete with the Psi wheel. We compete with the Egely wheel. And
Oh,
I think that was one of the craziest things because we didn't know about it. I never saw it before, and most of the people there, I guess, didn't see it before.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, so is this is a cover. So you take this out. See, there is this wheel here. Yeah, you need to press like this. And you
Mm.
can turn on. See, you have like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Is it possible to do a demo right now by chance or
Oh my goodness, no, you're gonna kill
no?
me.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Oh,
You
I'm
don't have to.
terrible.
I'm not gonna. I know what it is. Like Sean McNamara and Trevor Severin used to sell them, and they still might. I don't know, but I know what it is. But like I don't. I never actually knew how it worked. Like I wasn't.
Yeah, see, like, see, you have like these lights. I don't know if you were able to see it properly.
Hmm.
So the idea is to place your hand like there in the side games. You have like two things. Like you have like 10 minutes. The competition was like 10 minutes, and
Hmm.
you have like 2 minutes. Like let's say you have a task each 2 minutes. So let's say that you need to turn clockwise for 2 minutes, and then you need to turn the other way more 2 minutes, like you have different tasks, like, so, or you have like to turn 1 minute this side and 1 minute the other side. It's not just
Oh.
it's not just turning. You need like to like, okay, turn one way, turn another way. And
Oh.
yeah, so that was like, woof, in front of lots of people. But that was like very surprising because we didn't know about it. Like, I never
Oh.
saw something like that. And a lot of people, a lot of the competitors neither, like, wow, it was very surprising. Like,
Yeah, yeah, very cool. Since you were in front of a large crowd doing this stuff, did it kind of did you not do as well as you normally do while you practice on your own, or did you actually did you get the same outcome?
yeah, that's one of the things, like, it was hard. That one of the goals of the Psi Games was to prove that was possible to perform those psi abilities in stress environments, or like not
Mhm.
when you are just calm and relaxed and at home. And yeah, it was hard. For me it was hard, like to keep the concentration. We have like 600 people, we have like three judges, and then you have the commenters. And like to keep like the concentration, to keep like cool, was really really hard. But there are different ways, I guess, to concentrate and to channel the energy. You know what I mean? Like you can do it like easy and be in an alpha state, but you also can do some, like, I don't know, some kundalini and bring from your base chakra. And it was more or less what I was doing, because there was no way to be like, oh, just chill and like doing like some breathing and things like that to get the energy moving. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So it was difficult. I figured. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. So, Carol, as far as telekinesis goes, so just to let the audience know, she is a student of Dahlia. I think my audience knows who Dahlia is, but
Yeah.
just in case you don't know who Dahlia is a phenomenal, energy practitioner, healer. I mean, you name it, she can pretty much do it. She's freaking amazing. I've interviewed her twice, I believe now. Great friend of mine, and she's practically my teacher too. But you know, we're training in the same school. Like I'm not training at the school at the moment, but like Dolly, my teacher, and Dolly and I have a common teacher, and so like Carol is actually like part of this lineage. She's not part of the school directly, but she's part of this lineage. So could you talk to me a little bit about your experience with Dahlia and like how the training is going with her and
Yeah.
things like that, and how she helped you progress your abilities and things like that?
Yeah. So I started to practice the chi energy healing training this year as well. I was very interested on how all this chi energy can help out on those abilities, and it can help a lot. Is So I contacted Dalia and I said, oh, I'm interested. So we start this training, which is like she passed me a lot of content. There are like PDFs and videos and audios, and we do like one session a month. So she explained the exercise that I needed to perform that month, regarding my chi movement energy. And yeah, so has becoming like, especially for healing, was really surprising. Like I used to have like different pains and things, and I start to do like this chi healing energy exercises, and it's gone. Like like, yeah, it's incredible. Like it's gone. Like like during like every month I had like period pains, like 2 days of terrible pains. I was like having medicine like for two days all long. you know After I started the chi energy healing, I never got like a medicine again for that.
Wow.
Never, never. And every month, like like the pain starts, and I get like this, like all this screen exercises, and it's going like that. It's going like that. I remember one day that I went to the gym, and I was very sore. Like my arm was so sore, and I didn't want to take medicine. I was like, what's the point? I cannot like take medicine. And I was like almost giving up. And I remember I was going to sleep, and I said, okay, I will try. I will try. And mentally, I didn't put my hands. I just did mentally, like these screams, like one, two, three, three, and it's gone. It was gone. Well, it's so powerful. And with my son, my husband, like little things of like pains of the day, something like, oh, and I pass my hand, and gone. So it's very, very powerful. And of course, all these increases like powerful with your hands. Like I remember like the second class is about telekinesis. So it's all related. It's all this chi energy moves, and how we are capable to heal ourselves, to move all this energy, to manifest, to do like it's not superhuman. It's about being human. Like it's being like 100% human. It's use all your capabilities. Like we are all capable of it. We just forgot how to use
Yeah, yeah, well said. You also have a cheese stick as well. Did you? Where did you get the cheese? Did you get it from Sadowski or?
From who?
Did you met Chris, the other, not Fazio, but
Yeah, no, not Chris, not Chris. What happens is, as I live in Brazil, when I contacted Chris, I couldn't contact him. I was trying through WhatsApp, and because I was going to US to work, nothing to do with all of this. I was going to US in March, I guess, to work. And I said, okay, I'm gonna, get one of the tea sticks. Dalia recommended him, but I couldn't contact him at all. So I got an Amazon. And so this is from Amazon at the end.
oh, right on. That actually looks like mine too. I have one. I bought one from Amazon as well. I didn't get one from Chris. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So, but when I
we
went
might
to
we might have the exact. I don't know where it's at in my room at the
probably,
moment. We might have the exact same one. So
yeah,
could you explain to the audience like what the function of the cheese stick is? If you can
yeah,
explain.
it helped. Like there's a lot of energy in here, like like you are actually charging your tea stick with energy, and also it helps. Hopefully, I'm not saying nothing wrong. I will try to explain, but help you out to create the forms, because there is a lot of forms that you need to create with all this energy. So help you creating those forms, like like you put like here and you put like here, and you have like many forms that you need to create with this energy. So the tastic, hopefully I'm saying
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie too. Like, I was part of this school as well, briefly, but I can't articulate the exact like functionality of the cheese stick.
yeah,
I actually don't even know if there's like something to the shape or like it
yeah,
kind of looks like a religious symbol, the shape in a way. Like, but as far as I know, it's called the yin chi stick. So like, our school is very much focused on like, yin chi and like, being round and all this kind of stuff. So like, we're very much like focusing on being circular energy wise. So I think it has something to do with that, I believe. But like I just want to let the audience know, like I don't know either, like what exactly it's doing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully I'm not
but I'm pretty. I
being.
have a feeling what she said is correct. But um, I'll just end this question at this. Go to the school at sheenergy.com if you're interested, or check out Dahlia to know about the cheese stick. And if you're interested in like learning the best chi energy system out there, those are two people that I recommend. And personally, I think Dahlia will even recommend people to. I'm sure she'll prefer people to go to the school of chi energy to train with my teachers as well. So I will just end that question there. But so what is let's go back to telekinesis a little bit. What is the heaviest object you've ever been able to move?
I guess right now is those big ones, like these big ones, and also I can send some videos, but like also I'm like putting like a side wheel inside the glass and then over it another one. So trying to move two objects at the same time, like
Oh, you're doing two.
yeah, let's say one side wheel inside the glass, like let's say foil, and then this one, another side wheel over it with like paper or whatever.
Oh, okay. Have you thought about like when I was training TK back in the day, like I used to stack paper. Have you thought of doing that? Like how you train
Paper,
it? Like
yeah.
I think Sean McNamara did that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Which paper? Like, yeah, I do have like some other papers
Yeah, I
here.
just could stack up papers.
Yeah, like many different papers. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, have you thought about maybe doing just making it heavier essentially?
Oh no, I don't think so. If I understood correctly, no, I don't think so. Let me know how you do it. Like put one over it. Like,
Yeah, yeah, like that, and just keep
yeah, no, I
making
did.
it.
I haven't. That's a good idea. I never thought
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Like I used to, at the time, my goal was to, be able to build like the heaviest side wheel possible and spin it, but I quit training, so, so
Yeah, you just get so creative, like you start to look things different, like different materials, different ways to roll like the side wheel. I actually like need to try the cam, like, move a can and things like that also as well.
have you succeeded with moving a can at all, or?
I haven't tried, like, like there are
Oh,
so many materials, so many different things to try. So yeah, I need to practice with these other materials as well.
okay, okay, very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Carol, have you tried aerokinesis or atmokinesis at all?
No, but I'm very into like that. One of the things that I start to practice, like I was like 1 hour ago, I was outside in my balcony with I have like a plant, and I was like, talking to her, get along with it, like, and it start to move like, like the leaves and things like that. But like very initial step, very beginner. So, but that's my next step. I really want
Oh, cool.
to get
Okay, okay.
yeah, to
Yeah,
get into
yeah, very cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the weather is like in Brazil. I'm sure it's like really hot, but like yeah, I don't know if it's windy there or not, but yeah, definitely
not
something to.
much. Yeah, not much. There are a lot of places in US, for example, that are very windy.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of fun to do it here, but maybe not so much there. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah, but we do have like a lot of nature, so yeah, so it's good to try. Like I've been seeing all these videos on the internet with aerokinesis with like big trees, all the leaves doing like
Yeah.
dancing and things like that. So all cool, all cool.
Right, right. I don't really know the spiritual scene in like Brazil at all. Is there a lot of like I mean I know in like the Amazons there are like shamans and things like that. I believe Christianity is fairly popular, but I don't really know the spiritual industry well in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like is this type of stuff kind of considered weird or
Yeah, I think we just did some telepathy because I was like, I need to talk about it. I need to talk about it. And it just
really? No, maybe you did. Yeah.
just came with the question. Yeah. Actually here in Brazil we don't have like you do have like some telekinesis, good people doing good telekinesis, like aerokinesis, but it's not much like as you see like in US and outside. And like Mindsight, nothing. That's
Oh.
completely new. And that's one of my goals here. So like I put a website, together. I put like an Instagram, and I'm start to talking about it here, and like to get there. Where that's one of my biggest goals here is to get awareness here, to bring those stuff here. Like even remote view, that's quite famous, is not very famous over here. And it's funny because like in Latin America, you do have a lot of like Argentina is full of people doing like Mindsight, not full of people, but like you have like a good amount of people who is
Uh-huh.
aware of it. Mexico, you have like vision, extraocular vision. So you have like a lot. But I think because of the language, Portuguese, we get very siloed sometimes, like if you don't
Oh.
speak like on like English or another language, you get very, very siloed. So my idea is to bring like really strong this content here. To do a workshop here as well as I did like the intuitive training for coach. I'm giving some classes right now. already for some people, like class for Mindsight, for telekinesis, and all those things, and doing some things. But yeah, and actually you need like to get like few steps behind, because you need to explain what is it about, because people don't
Mhm.
know, like how are you gonna say, oh, put this mask on, you're gonna see like, like, are you crazy? Like, you know
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
yeah,
But
but
but yeah, it sounds like you can maybe become the pioneer, not in Brazil, not just only in Brazil, but within the Portuguese speaking
yeah.
nations. So that's really cool. I hope that you successfully become like a successful teacher, and I think you definitely have the potential for it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, you're like the well, I'm
Yeah,
practically talking to the pioneer of Portuguese. So yeah, very
yeah,
very cool. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think like we really need to spread the word about it. Like, as I said, I truly believe that is about becoming human, like essential human, like to get all our abilities out, like especially with AI. Like I always like compare like the rays of AI and the rays of Psi, like the Psi, like for me,
Mm.
there is something behind. It's not like just a coincidence.
Oh,
Not-
interesting.
Yeah, like conspiracy, but
No,
like
no, I thank you for bringing that up. I spoke about that before. Like I don't know if you know about the singularity and things like that, but yeah, I that when you mentioned that there's a parallel between the psi becoming popular and like the AI emerging and stuff. We're moving towards like a singularity. We're becoming one consciousness, so to speak. Like
that.
you nailed it, Carol. I think there's definitely a connection there, and it's not a coincidence at all.
It's
So
not. It's not, and it's not that I'm against AI. Not at all. I use a lot, and I
me
think we
too.
should use a lot. Like it's there, but what scares me the most, like, is the AI is a reflection of our conscious right now. You know, and I don't think we are in a good place right now as humanity.
Mm,
So I think that's quite dangerous. So we really need to raise our consciousness to get like, like at the same level of AI and not get like this. You know what I mean? And how
mhm,
we do
mhm.
that? We cannot compete like in another thing, but we can do things that are really, really essential, human essential, like those abilities. So that I don't think that any AI will get there. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can't agree more. So, this is typically like the last thing I like to ask people, but like since it got brought up, what do
Yeah.
you want the world to be like? Like, what do you envision for humanity for the future?
I really think that we like it warms my heart that I'm seeing like this conscious, like all this raising consciousness about those abilities, and how like telekinesis for me is a good one. I think that's why I fall in love with telekinesis, because it really is tangible how we are connected with everything, and how we need to be responsible one with one another. Like I'm responsible for you, you are responsible for me, we are responsible for our thoughts. Like it's not someone who did something bad. Like we are all interconnected, all, so we are all responsible. So start with your own words doing like good things, because everything that you do has an impact in like butterfly impact, like like butterfly effect, like everything that we do. So I think telekinesis is it, like it's very tangible, like you see in front of you how we are connected, so you start to, oh, let me be careful with this, because like let's be more conscious. So I think with all these abilities coming and raising and all those things, I really think that now we are in a good path. Like we have something good to bring and to make sure like the next generation. So that's why like I'm really working to get all the things like spread like in Portuguese and in Portuguese and any other languages, because I think that we really need to get the word spread. Like we really need to talk about it and get a lot of people doing it. It's very human. It's very possible,
Yeah.
inspired, and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well said. What is your? I mean, so you're starting us. You're starting to teach these abilities to certain people right now. What is your vision? Like, is your vision to like? Do you want like a certain amount of students? Like, do you want your school to be like a major institution? Like, do you have any visions for your school and your teachings and things like that?
Yeah, I just want that all those things get spreaded and how like any way to get spreaded. Like sometimes when you start to walk a path, you don't know exactly where is it going because it starts to build like in front of you, and you don't see right now exactly how things are going, but just start to walk like the path. So it's something like that. Like it's very cool when you start to work with telekinesis and those things, how it starts to manifest a lot, like like get your good thoughts, get in the good way, the good path, and you start to manifest a lot of things. So my vision is that all people in the world know that exists, and it's possible, especially that everyone is able to do this. Like it's not a superhuman, it's like 100% human thing.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. And I certainly hope that one day, we can this stuff is no longer a weirdo thing. So yeah.
Like, get it like I'm working like with Intuito. We have like the commissions, like visual diversity commissions and education commissions, and I'm part of both, like for blind people and education commission. So I started like doing also my son's school. Like the teacher invited me to start with his class practicing those things. So yeah, to get like scale, like how we scale up, like like so in schools and getting the curriculum, things like that.
Yeah, that would certainly
So,
be
yeah,
yeah, that would certainly be incredible. Yeah,
yeah.
certainly. Carol, so we talked about telekinesis. You briefly mentioned that telepathy earlier. You said that you might have sent telepathy to me by accident, perhaps. Um, what is your experience with telepathy, and is that something you're training currently as well? And if so, could you tell me about your telepathy training and experiences?
Yeah, actually, it's something that I start to get really into those days. And funny thing, like synchronicity start to happen about this telepathy. And I spoke with Dalia because I saw she talk about it, and I had like there was one fun fact that I was in my son's class, like teaching like his friends, and doing like Mindsight and remote view and intuition, and but I didn't mention any telepathy, and although I think all of the things are really related to telepathy. And then I was talking to one of the mothers there, and I said, "Oh, what Olivia, which is a girl, what she think about it? Did she like the class?" And she said, "Oh, she was so happy. She arrived at home jumping and say, 'Oh, Carol, like Tiago's mother is teaching us the telepathy.'" I was like, "Wow!" Like I never thought about it. Like it was like a download. Like, okay, yeah, that's telepathy. Like remote view is like is an interchangeable like with the field. Like we are getting the information and passing information all the time. Like so about like telepathy most of the time. You know what I mean? and,
Mhm.
and like and then I said, "Oh, I'm gonna get into these things like telepathy." And I talked to Dalia, and she said, "Oh, that's funny because Lido mentioned like days ago in a event that they were about telepathy and things like that." So yeah, I think
Very,
that
very
that's
cool.
the way. That's the way. And can you imagine like if all of us could like speak like through telepathy, how easy things
Yeah.
would be? Like
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we don't need languages anymore. Yeah.
exactly. You don't need to figure out the moods and anything. Like no lies, no nothing. Just
Yeah.
communication. Yeah, that will be easier.
Yeah, yeah, well said. I think that's certainly there's Chris Fazio's teacher actually funny enough spoke about that, like he was saying something like, his Chris Fazio's teacher's teacher always spoke about how the gentleman, the Chinese gentleman, couldn't speak English well, but through telepathy, he could, communicate with him or something like that. So yeah, that reminded me of that. So yeah, if we can all learn to do that, that'll be certainly amazing.
I'm gonna ask about it, Paz, about it. I don't know. I'm gonna dig
uh,
into this. No, I said I'm gonna ask Fazio about it. Like, oh, what
Oh
about
yeah,
this?
yeah, he's certainly knowledgeable with this type of stuff. So yeah, you can certainly ask him. Yeah, so obviously, we definitely can't end this interview without asking about Mindsight. How is your Mindsight progression going currently? And
Yeah,
yeah, like so are you able to see uh like numbers and things like that, and letters, and also yeah, can you see the room, like can you walk around with like a blindfold on, or could you
yeah.
describe your experience a little bit?
Yeah, I like it has a funny story. Like in Canada, when we were in the workshop with Robin and Wendy and Dalia was there, like we were outside and I was with the mask, like because it's very good to press under the sunlight, like bright day is very cool. So we were like outside, very pleasant day, and I look at the sun and I start to see all this prisma and all these colors and then the tree. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I took out the mask and asked him. And I called Robert, and when I said, oh, can you get me another mask? My mask is broken. Like, and they were laughing because I was pretty sure that there was something going on with this plastic, and like my mind was broken, the mask, and they were saying, they were laughing like, that's not broken, that's your window opening, like that's why you are here, no, get the, and it was like, I was really like, no, get me another mask, that's not working, like it's supposed to be all black. And so yeah, so I do have these little windows. It's not very big. I cannot see from behind, but I didn't practice as well. So I think also it's a matter of practicing things as well. But I can see like these little dots, and I can see through it everything. Like I can read, I can see colors, numbers, and everything. I started like there in Canada actually. Started with the patch, so I put the patch and I put the mask. So and it's funny because with the patch and with the mask, I see better than with just the mask. And it's funny because if I am with the patch and I take the mask, I cannot see anything. I don't know why. And if I put the mask, it gets very clear. Like the window gets very, very clear.
Very cool. Okay, okay. So currently, right now, how many hours do you train these abilities? Besides the training with Dahlia, which is about an hour, I'm assuming, because that's what we put
Yeah.
in the school
A
generally.
daily training for the chi. Yeah. Like
Yeah, but aside from that, beside with the abilities, how many hours do you train a day, or how many hours do you train a week?
I wish I could say to you like I train hours a day, but I really don't. So a week it will be like 5 6 hours, but I definitely need to increase it, especially because we are going to compete in Psi Games 2026. So we will start to increase the practicing. So yeah, get more consistent because in the end of the day, it's like practice, consistency, and you're gonna get there. Like
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
um,
Kira, are you going to compete as Team Rob, the Team Vision without eyes again, or are you going to compete along with Heidi and Dahlia again, or and maybe Fazio, or are you
yeah,
going to do a separate team, or
no, I don't know. I don't know. Like because what we, for example, what we did last year, you have like a bunch of tests to go through, the Psi Games, like like you need to go through some tests to be eligible to compete. So you have tested in all the abilities, and what we did was this, like like going through the tests in the the Psi Games website, and then we saw, okay, like those people were in their ranking and can compete in the team. Fortunately, now we have way more people. Like, I think one of the biggest goals were to inspire people to do disabilities. So Rob did a lot of other workshops. So we have way more people. So I don't know how it's gonna be like, because like we have a lot of very talented people who can go to compete in the team and also compete individual. Like, so I don't know. Maybe individual, so I can compete in other categories and like not get nervous. But yeah, we're gonna practice a lot this year, so we'll be very, very cool.
Nice, nice. Is your goal to take first place next year? Or
Honestly, no. My goal is to have fun. I was really nervous.
that's a great attitude to have. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really nervous the last time, so I'm not saying like I. It was really cool, like the event and all those things, but the competition it was really hard, like for me. I'm not used to compete, like like I think it's easier for Americans because you guys are always competing at school, and like you have more this culture. I don't, so it was very hard to compete. So
Oh
I
yeah.
but my goal is to have way more fun, because could be like I could have more fun, but I was more nervous than having fun. So this year I want to be way more fun and like enjoying the time there and just laughing. And it's gonna be among like a lot of people that we know already, like like you have the View Without Eyes team, but we know a lot of other different peoples that were there, like competing as individuals, like like Brian and David, and a lot of people that just among friends and having fun.
That's a great attitude to have. Yeah, it's not about the competition. It's just about having fun and spreading
Yeah,
this amazing work. So
inspiring
yeah.
people, yeah, to do all the things. I am already so grateful to take the chance to get this opportunity, like to be invited to compete. It opened so many doors, and I got like to spread the word in so many places already. I'm fully grateful already for all of the things that happened since there.
Yeah, yeah, well said. That is like a wonderful message. What is your per- personal goal in this spiritual quest? Is your goal to, you know, like ascend? Is your goal to, like you said, like spread this message? Is your goal to levitate, like turn invisible, which Dahlia's working on?
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah, like what is your personal goal, personal
yeah.
spiritual goal?
Do you know what? Like when I got to watch the Superhuman documentary, I was very into to get uh, to practice and get to listen to my intuition in a better way. That was like what I was looking for, like how I'm more connected with myself, with the with the field, and how do I listen to my guides, my intuition, whatever, my higher self better. And then I found Superhuman, and I said, okay, this seemed to me to be like a good way to do that. And fun fact, like when I say like to listen to my guides or higher self is about telepathy, isn't it? We were talking about it, like telepathy. So I started to work with all these abilities to right now, like 3 years later, okay, it's all about telepathy, which bring me back to the initial goal, which was, you know, listen to the intuition and all the things. So it is still the same. Like, how am I connected better with the field? How do I listen to my intuition better? And the second goal is how we bring this awareness to the humanity and those abilities and show people that all of us are capable of those abilities, and are responsible for each other. You know, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a beautiful
So
message.
if I get to be invisible, that will be way fun as well. But I'm not
Yeah,
fighting it.
I'm just saying, like, I am gonna be mind blown. Like, if Fazio and Dahlia can show me, I would be.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. I'll just probably.
yeah.
I don't know. It's still boggles my mind and what's possible, but this energy stuff is truly incredible and amazing, and I'm truly grateful that I know so many people that can do it, and hopefully I can maybe dabble with this stuff again soon. So
Definitely. No, and I'm just a beginner, and like I keep listening to them. Like we had so much fun there in the Psi Games, and just playing with all these abilities. And like every time that I listen to them, something comes up that, oh, I never thought that this could be possible. Like I'm just a beginner, just a learning. Like I even know like I didn't know that, like, oh, invisibility. Okay, that's one cool feature. What else is possible? Everything, like teletransportation. I'm sure that all of the things are definitely possible to be done. And like the sky is the limit or not. Even like the sky is not the limit. Like, so it's so much fun. Like I said, like I don't know if I was saying something, and I said, "Oh, did you know that was possible?" No, I did. I just like was like I just realized like, oh, some other thing was possible. So yeah, it's like a very cool adventure.
yeah, yes, certainly, well said. Okay, well, we are at the 50-minute mark, so I think we'll wrap this interview up. Carol, thank you so much for this wonderful interview. You're a wonderful
Thank you.
person, and I love what you said about your vision, about wanting to spread this work, throughout the world, and how everybody should know about this. That is such a wonderful vision you have, and um,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I mean, like, I really, really, truly, hope that you become like the pioneer in Brazil, maybe in, Portugal and other, Portuguese speaking countries. I don't know how many are out there, but, I really, really hope that you become a pioneer in this work
Thank you.
within those countries. And, I really hope that you succeed. And, I mean, just based on like your energy and like, your progression that you're sharing with me and like, just meeting you for the first time and just seeing how amazing of a person you are, I have no doubt that you're going to succeed in this venture. So I'm
Thank
really
you.
truly excited to see what's to come for you, and I really really am excited for you. So
Thank you. I keep you posted. And once again, thank you very much for all your work. Like it's very, very important for all of us. And you also is helping to raise like all these abilities. Thank you very much.
oh
Was a
yeah, yes,
to be
yes,
here.
certainly. Okay, one last thing. Is there any links you would like me to share? Do you want me to put your?
Yeah,
Do you have a website?
yeah, I do. And actually, what I did with it was all in Portuguese, and then I put like some translation, so you were able to translate in Spanish and English. I'm changing my domain, so I'm between changing my domain. So hopefully this night and tomorrow it will be good. So I share with you the website and everything. I truly appreciate that. It will be
Okay,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Just let me know as soon as it's ready to go, and I'll definitely insert the link in the
Because there
description.
was like a domain, very Brazilian domain. I was like, oh, maybe I should change it a little bit. So I decided to change just the domain. So it takes like 12 hours or something like that. So I'm between, but the website is all done, like, and you can check in English and other languages as well.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, yeah. Definitely, just send that to me on Messenger,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I will definitely put that in there so people can check it out. So, okay, well, thank you so much, Carol. Thank you for this
Thank
wonderful
you.
interview. So.
Thank you. Thank